Welcome back, Boyglings. I am the expert of experts, the master of disaster, the one and only void seer, son of Scrolla, and we are back with another Zatsudan, a continuation of last week, and the week before. I was not expecting this to take 3 weeks to get through, but here we are. Here we bloody are. Wait, whoops, I hit the wrong button. You pressed the wrong button. So, what we're going to be doing is, give me just a second, let me make sure that this is set up. It is. Let's jump on over. I hit the wrong thing. So, last time, we took care of Birth by Sleep in its entirety. We also did 0.2, I believe it was. So, today, we got, as you can tell from the tile, we got Dream Drop Distance and Kingdom Hearts 3, and then we'll be done with this. So let's start with Dream Drop Distance, the game that I remember the least. Because Dream Drop Distance, I've only played once. So I don't honestly remember most of these bosses. Now, Julius, we'll talk about Julius's dumb butt in a little bit. I'm trying to remember what all of these bosses were. Which one? Well, Ursula was at the very start of the game. Ursula's like a joke, really. Like, that's not really a boss fight. Like, honestly, that's not even a boss fight. So I don't even know why it's listed. I don't remember what all of these bosses are. So we got both of these. I'm assuming that's... Is that Riku or is that Sora? I don't know. It's hard to tell. I believe that's Riku. When did we fight the gargoyle? We fought the gargoyle? I don't remember the gargoyle fight. When was that? I don't remember it. I'm gonna change the music. Have some different music. Do I have any, I have some. We're gonna go with this one. Because we're in Dream Drop Distance. The Bandits, I don't remember the Bandits being, that difficult, really. Like, if I recall, the Bandits were relatively easy. I don't think why'd you do that? Why did you put it there? Oh, I know why. I know exactly why. Yeah, I don't remember Bandits being very difficult at all. So we're gonna just take the Bandits and we're gonna put them up. Now, the other Bandit fight, this one right here with, Pete, I remember that one being kinda difficult, a little bit. Who was that with? Was that with Sora? Or was that with Riku? I don't remember. I cannot remember for the life of me which one this was. But I know it was relatively annoying to do. Not super difficult, but it was relatively annoying. One of these... This was the Tron world, right? Because we had the Tron world. And that was with the Tron fight. Do I remember the Tron fight at all? Yes, because I remember Tron actually being stupidly annoying to hit. He would just go everywhere. And it would be like impossible to hit the guy. I remember that. Most of these guys I don't remember. Is that Spellweaver or Spellican? I think that's Spellican, isn't it? Are you Spellican? Which one of you is Spellican? One of you is Spellican. And you were like the most annoying sack of crap ever. Okay, hold on. Kingdom Hearts DDD bosses. Cernogog, that's its name. When did we fight Cernogog? I need to see when we fought Cernogog. It's apparently at Fantasia, but I don't remember ever fighting him. Alright, let's see. Oh god. I remember that boss. I remember that boss wholeheartedly. Anti-Black Coat. Anti-Black Coat. That's this guy. I remember him. I remember this guy. He was kinda annoying, if I recall. I don't think he was super difficult, but if I recall, he got really, really annoying. That's all Riku's side. I think most of the final bosses were with Riku. I think you only fought one of them with Sora. And if I recall, that was Semnis. The Legal Boys. There's that one. So, where is it? It is... Where are you? You're before the final boss. If I recall, you were also kinda annoying. It feels like a lot of the annoying bosses were on Riku's side. Am I wrong to think that? Because I really feel like most of them were on Riku's side. Sora had a couple. I don't remember them though. I remember the Riku bosses mostly. If I recall, there was a couple bosses that... Awesome, my mouse turned itself off. There were a couple Riku... a couple bosses that were shared between the two. But I'm not seeing them. I could have sworn that one wolf thing was shared between them. I have to look at this site to find out who the bosses are because I don't remember them. Who's Sar Clogbuster? Sar Clogbuster. I don't remember this guy. He's apparently fought at Prankster's Paradise, but I don't remember him. And that's, this guy. Wait a minute. Is this the one where this is inside Monstro, isn't it? The one where it goes upside down and then flips gravity a lot? If it's the one that flips gravity, then that one was actually really freaking annoying. Dream Talk Distance has some of the most annoying bosses. And that's not including the whole, time gauge. Which, you know, that's its own whole thing. Happened, the battle end because you ran out of time and it switches over to our character. So when you go back to our character, it resets the entire fight and it's just like, oh, awesome, fantastic, that's why Spellican sucks. I don't think I had Spellican do that to me, but Spellican sucks anyways. Chilled Crabster, oh my god. Oh my god, I remember this fight, and I absolutely hate it. Where is he? This guy. I hate him. This guy is probably the worst out of all the bosses so far, because just trying to hit the guy, I think you have to go around behind him or something to him, right? Am I mistaken? And, like, it was really hard to get around him because Harangue was annoying. His hitboxes were annoying. I think I remember dying on him, like, a lot. Didn't you have to use Monstro to do something, too? I think you need a Monstro for, one part of it. I don't think Monstro himself was, very difficult to do, but, I remember this fight just being absolutely horrible to do. Commantis. Do I remember this guy? I have vague recollections, but I don't remember this guy very much. I don't remember this guy at all. No, I don't remember this guy. Commantis, don't remember. Who's Hakamonkey? Oh! Hakamonkey's that. Hakamonkey. Okay, I remember Hakamonkey. Hakamonkey sucks. Hakamonkey is legitimately a terrible fight. If I recall, just trying to deal with, both of the hands at the same time, on top of, trying to hit this guy. He's the one that split the hands up, right? I think that was formed when you fought him with, it was either Sora or Riku he did that with. The other one was on top of the building. And if I recall, you fought two of them on top of the building. One of them was Hakamonkey, the other one was someone else. I remember dying on this fight a lot. Again, I don't remember Dream Drop bosses very much. Because I only played Dream Drop once. Now Julius is garbage, no matter who you play as. You're basically forced to rely on Balloon God and Balloon Ra to do anything about this guy. You can't really get in close to him because of super armor. You basically want to use Balloon Ra and Balloon God and Balloon. Like, you have to seize it. I don't know how you do this fight legit. I really don't. I tried to do it without balloon spells, but eventually I just gave up because it was like, oh my god, this fight sucks. This fight absolutely blows. I hate it. Ugh. It is one of the worst fights. It's still not as bad as these three idiots right here. They're still the worst ones. But he's pretty up there. He's pretty up there in terms of, ugh, I hate this guy. I really hate this guy. Ansem. I remember Ansem sucking. Ansem actually really sucked a fight, if I recall. Both forms of Ansem. Like, this form especially. This form was, like, definitely bad a fight. And I think if you died on one form, you had to redo the entire fight, if I recall. Someone's gonna have to correct me on it. Or do you restart at the start of, like, phase 2? I don't remember. Let's switch the song. The song is, driving me nuts. Not that one. Not that one. We'll go with that one. So yeah, got Ansem, if I recall, really, really sucked. Sumnus. I don't recall Sumnus actually being too difficult. Honestly, I don't remember Sumnus. What did Sumnus even do? Was he basically the same as in Kingdom Hearts 2? I don't remember him. Like, I remember young Xehanort right here. And young Xehanort, I recall not being able to beat without, the balloon spells. And even with the balloon spells, it was annoying. Because I had to reset the battle on me a few times. Because I just couldn't get him. Because of the stupid clone. The clones, the final part where you have to stop them from resetting time, is so aggravating because the clones just suck. Like, you can't get to them. Like, you legit cannot get anywhere near them because of the stupid clones. And half the time, even when you get near them, you just can't kill them fast enough. And it's aggravating. It really sucks. I hate them. And now we get all these guys, who I don't remember, by the way. Who's Holy Moly? I don't remember Holy Moly. Holy Moly, I don't remember you, sorry. I do not remember you. Oh, it was called Rinsler. Oh, okay. Oh my god, the Gargoyle. The Gargoyle. That's the one I was meant. Dude, screw this guy. Screw this boss. This boss absolutely sucks. This boss was so obnoxious a fight. Because he would just home in on you and good luck dodging. If I recall, anyways. And some of the hitboxes, if I recall, was just hilariously bad. Kingdom Hearts is known for its not good hitboxes, but this guy has some really, really awful hitboxes, if I recall. Spellikin! There's Spellikin. So you're that guy, right? Wait, where is Spellikin? Which one's Spellikin? There's Spellikin. Spellikin is very annoying. Because, if I recall, if he hits you, you lose time. And again, if you run out of time during a boss fight, it completely resets. Which means that if you run out of time fighting this guy, you have to refight him from the start. And he's not an easy fight, because he has a lot of homing attacks. And, he hurts a lot. He really, really freaking hurts. Like, he just sucks. Who are these guys, then? I have no data on these guys. There's the, double boss fight. There's the double boss fight. This one absolutely blew. Because you have to fight, Hawkamonkey and I don't remember who the other one is you have to fight. But fighting them both at the same time was absolutely terrible. Why can I not find information on these bosses? That's the thing that spoke to me. I can't find information on these bosses. Who are these bosses? I don't know who these bosses are. Tell me who the bosses are. I need to know who they are. I did not want to do that. That was the wrong button. Wrong button. Let me see if I can find all the bosses. Give me a second. I'm looking to see if I can find all the bosses. There's 2 different Hawkamonkeys. I don't remember who are these guys? Are you the You're got one Haka Monkey, aren't you? Yeah, you're the double one. You're the one guy I'm thinking of that was in, honestly, both the Haka Monkeys. Yeah, they're both Haka Monkeys. Yeah, both of them absolutely suck no matter which one you got. This one that, was got inside the building, I believe. This one was the Riku one. This one's the Sora one. The Riku one's the one that split its arms up, and it was just absolutely awful. And it sucked, and I absolutely hate it. And I never want to fight it ever again. Okay. I am looking to see who the bosses are. So you've got a bunch of bosses there, okay. Weagle boys, Weagle boys. Holy moly. Oh! Wait a minute. I remember Holy Moly now. Okay, you were awful. I remember you now. You were the one that would just randomly go wherever, and it was absolutely atrocious to try to hit you. And you have to watch out for things coming out of literally nowhere all the time. So it was very easy to die. Like, constantly. This guy... Ugh. Okay, yeah, I remember this guy. That guy absolutely sucked. He absolutely sucked. I like how Riku has 5 bosses in a row. Riku just gets all the bosses. So who the heck are these other guys, then? Who are these other bosses that I don't know? I don't know who these other bosses are. Who are these guys? Huh? Nani? Give me a second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Who are these guys? I don't know who these guys are. I don't remember them. I really don't remember these guys. Someone's gonna have to refresh me on those particular guys. Just, I don't remember them. Chernobog, I don't remember. I don't remember how tough he was. Okay, so Kingdom Hearts 3 then, I guess. Which is gonna be a fun thing, because trying to remember all the bosses is gonna be fun. So let's start with this. A rabbit. I don't remember the name of it. I do remember you fight this in, the Toy Story world. And while the rabbit itself isn't super difficult, you can't get caught off guard very easily, and the arena is massive. You can also glitch this boss where she can't do anything. If I recall, the biggest problem with her fight are the ads. I don't remember if she can summon the robot guys, but the robot guys are like the absolute worst enemies in the game. I hate them. They all suck. I don't think I have any Kingdom Hearts 3 music. I have no Kingdom Hearts 3 music. Same. Same. I guess we'll just do Birth by Sleep. So yeah, I remember that boss. The Rock Titan. The Rock Titan wasn't super tough, honestly. You can die very easily if it decides to snap its head at you. But honestly, Rock Titan, not super difficult. Ice Titan. Did you fight Ice Titan by itself? I don't think you've got Ice Titan by itself. But when you've got all of them together, I remember that being absolutely annoying. That was actually a really annoying fight. The Rock Titan, the Ice Titan, and the Wind Titan? Tornado Titan? I don't remember its name. I think Tornado was not part of the double fight. It was like its own boss fight. But I do remember them all being like stupidly annoying. They were all stupidly annoying fight. And you will die very easily. It's very easy to just get completely destroyed by these guys. And they were like the very first bosses, too. The Snowman. The Snowman I also recall being kinda annoying. Like, he would break up super armor, and super armor's always annoying to deal with. No matter what game. But especially in Kingdom Hearts, you have to deal with the super armor, and he just attacks, and he doesn't stop hacking, and when he does this, and if you get hit, you're probably gonna die, and there's nothing you can do about it, and it's really annoying, and I hate fighting him because of the super armor. It's just... Kingdom Hearts 3 loves its super armor, and you will see this much later on. I think this is one of the earlier instances of super armor. What was the world called? I don't remember the world. It's the Frozen world. I remember that. Frozen world has some of the most annoying bosses. We'll talk about that in a little bit. This guy. I don't remember its name. If I recall, it was part of the, Pirates of the Caribbean world, I think. Yes, I think it was part of that world, right? You had to fly around, and, it was really annoying to, control your flying mount to hit the boss. And it was really annoying to get on the boss and hit him and stay on the boss. And you couldn't really heal very well. That's the part I remember. You couldn't really heal very easily on this boss. And because of that, it made it stupidly annoying to try to fight him. Because you have to avoid stuff, and good luck avoiding stuff when you need to fly almost directly at it in order to hit the thing. And the flying controls were not very great, if I recall. Mother, whatever her name is, also was kind of rough. If I recall, the thing that made her rough was just the hitboxes. That actually hits in such a large area. And there was a little part where you had to dodge through, through a hole in an oncoming attack. And you have to do it fast enough where sometimes you just couldn't get to the other side, if I recall. So you would just get hit. And sometimes you couldn't just get to the spot, because if I recall, there were also routes of the way. If I recall. Again, I don't remember the fight very well. If I remember, she would eventually crawl up onto Rapunzel's tower and would just start firing like dark energy stuff at you, and it got really aggravating to avoid that stuff. On top of getting up the tower to even hit her. Luckily, we don't have to do everything with Sora and Riku. This was the boss in San Francisco, if I recall. I don't remember it being super difficult. I do recall dying to it, because, you know, critical mode is critical mode, and when you don't know what something does for the first time, you're probably gonna die to it. I say, as, you know, I handled Genius of Sapphiros with some bosses first try. Right, Asura? But yeah, I don't remember this game being super difficult, honestly. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that boss. I don't remember it being super difficult. The KHIII boss, I think you fight this one early on. This was in, Wildlight Hound, where it has like 50 meters, or 50 health bars. It was semi-annoying, because you couldn't really see it half the time. The camera wasn't really, your best friend. The camera's never your best friend in Kingdom Hearts. It's honestly not super difficult to beat. But when you can't keep track of it, and you got buildings in the way, and sometimes the buildings would be in the way of not only you hitting it, but it would make you do a reaction command, climb up the building, which got in the way. Now, this one, I don't recall. I don't recall fighting both of them at the same time. I really don't. When is this one fought? I don't remember when that one's fought. Kingdom Hearts 3 bosses. Give me just a second, if you would. Okay, give me a second. Oh, that's Dark Side. Okay, so Dark Side. If I recall, this Dark Side fight wasn't very difficult. Yeah, this Dark Side wasn't super hard. I think do you fight Dark Side more than once? I don't remember. I don't remember if you fight him more than once. But honestly, I don't recall him being super difficult, so there's that. It's a Dark Side fight. Dark Baymax. I recall Dark Baymax being annoying. Because you're on a time limit base. Well, you're not on a time limit, so to speak. You're on a, you're on a specific route. And it's a, you just aim and shoot. And then sometimes you get to move around and fight. But you don't really get to control your healing. So if you get hit and you don't have way to heal, and if I recall, the only way to heal is through Baymax, then you're screwed. I remember this fight being exceptionally aggravating to deal with because of that. I remember that very, very clearly. One of these Aquas you fight early on. One of these Aquas you fight early on. I don't remember which one. But you fight two different Aquas. One of them you fight, well, I think you fight them both at around the same time. Yeah. I think you fight one with Riku, and then you fight one with Sora. But if I recall, both of them were freaking hard to fight. So we're gonna throw, both Aquas the same here. Yeah, you fight one in Remind, but, I think it's the same fight, basically. I don't think it's, anything different. So, I don't know why it's in its own here. But yeah, I remember the Aqua fight being pretty annoying, actually. It's not really annoying. It's actually, kind of difficult. It's kind of taking, the Zodiac Aqua fight and breaking it over to this game. I don't remember which one came first, but I think it's about the same fight. If I recall correctly, it's about the same fight. the Kraken was kinda annoying because you're basically behind. You have to deal with ships that are shooting at you, and you have to fight this thing that's gonna do damage to your ship, and you don't have to wait to heal. So you're basically behind in a fight with no healing. You gotta kill this boss before it kills you. That's basically what it boils down to. Meanwhile, over here, you have Davy Jones. I think you fight Davy Jones after you fight the Kraken, or before. I think it's after. And if I recall, Davy Jones was kinda rough. Like, he wasn't really annoying, he was actually kinda rough. Like, compare him to, say, like, Barbados. Or Barbados, rather. And, yeah, I believe, he's actually kind of difficult. Scroll down. Who is this? Who's the love before? Oh, the love of horror. Okay. So the love of horror. The love of horror is that boss that you fight in, Monstropolis. It's the one that's, all gooey, and eventually it'll hit the entire arena. It'll be just one giant goo. You fight this with, Mike, and gosh, I don't remember his name. Giant blue bear guy. Man, why do I not remember his name? But yeah, you fight with those two, if I recall, he got relatively... I think it's because of how hanky he is. Like, if I recall, he's super hanky, and he has a lot of super armor, right? And in order to damage him, you have to, like, damage a bunch of other parts? Or was it because he, you had to hit a specific part in order to damage it? I don't remember it too well. I just remember a lot of, like, oil being spat everywhere. There was always oil everywhere. Like, 24/7, there's projectiles flying everywhere at this fight. And there were hands just constantly smacking you around. I remember that. I remember that. It sucked. I remember it really sucking. This guy. I remember this guy. He's, got in San Francisco. I don't remember the real name. I'm gonna call it San Francisco. KHIII Chorus is its name. KHIII Chorus. He was really hard in the sense that hitting him without getting hit by the, projectiles that it spews was honestly hard. And it was a two-part fight. If you got to part 2, you have to redo the entire fight, if I recall. And part 2 had, the body on top that you had to hit instead of the main body. Which, you know, was honestly really hard to freaking do, especially when it goes on top of buildings. And you have to go around this giant city in order to find this stupid freaking boss. And sometimes getting to him was a nightmare because he would be in the air and you got to go across like blimps and stuff and he would just hit you out of the air and it's like, oh my god, please, stop, I don't want it, stop it, I don't want it, please, I don't want it, please, take it away, it's in pain, I'm in pain, everyone's in pain, it all hurts, everything hurts. And you want to talk about something that really hurts? Let's talk about the King of Toys. Oh my goodness, the king of toys. You want to talk about an annoying boss? This boss is annoying. He will throw stuff at you. How can you deal with it? I don't know. I don't know if you can parry it. I don't know if you can hack it. I don't know if you can roll through it. I don't even know if you can dodge some of it. But you're going to have buildings thrown at you. You're going to have lightning bolts following you. You're going to have things following you until the end of time, until it hits you. And then you got this little mini game where you got to jump around and gonna hack it while avoiding lightning that is everywhere. And you got a tornado, and it's gonna spin a wind. And it sucks. It's legit a bad boss, I feel like. Because you don't have that many options of hacking it, and just getting to it is super freaking annoying. And I hate him. And I wish he would just, you know, disappear and never come back. Now, you want to talk about another annoying thing? Why don't we talk about... Oh wow, it's not actually here? Really? It's not considered a boss? Interesting. I would have thought they would have considered it a boss. When can we fight? When can we fight this thing? I don't know when you fight the Demon Tower, actually. When can you fight Demon Tower? I don't remember when you fight the Demon Tower. I don't remember. When can you fight Demon Tower? The legs? Who's the legs? Where do you fight the legs? Oh, the legs. Okay, I remember you now. The legs is in, Does the legs not count as a boss? Oh, this UFO. I remember you. You're from, you're, also early on. You're before the King of Toys. And I remember you also being super annoying to fight. Because just trying to get to you in that small area was really stupid. And I think you have to protect the aliens on top of that, if I recall. I don't see the legs. Oh, there's the legs. Yeah, the legs itself wasn't really hard. Honestly, if I recall, the legs is honestly, very easy to beat. This is an, Remind. The legs is not super difficult to fight at all. Excuse me, my voice is dying. Who is this guy? I don't remember that guy. Somebody tell me who that guy is. I need to know, who is that guy? I keep hitting the wrong button. I keep accidentally hitting the wrong button. My bad. Okay, let me look. I need to find out who all the bosses are. The Demon Wave is there. The Gigas Dragon. Do I don't remember Gigas Dragon. Gigas Dragon? When can you fight the Gigas Dragon? Huh? I don't remember this boss at all. I legit don't remember these bosses. Alright, there are unversed here. I don't think they count. This guy we'll talk about. Vanitas. Which Vanitas is this? Is this the one at, Did we fight Vanitas at, No, this is the one with Aqua. This is the Aqua-only Vanitas. Okay. That particular Vanitas was kind of, a little bit rough. because it's Aqua, you could deal with him a lot easier, but I do remember Caffeine as being kinda, awful. I do remember that being kinda awful sometimes. Sigmar and Riku. I don't remember that fight honestly being too difficult. Why did you do that? Yeah, I don't remember this fight being too difficult. Honestly, a lot of the endgame fights weren't too difficult. This was Semnis, Amsum, and Young Xehanort. That's the last one. This one was a little bit more difficult with, Lutzerd, Marluxia, and, Larxene. Yes, I remember that. It was mostly because of, Larxene, if I recall. Marluxia wasn't too bad. Sayax was kinda rough, but because you had Roxas with you, Sayax wasn't too terrible. Like, he was doable. He was a lot more doable here than, we'll see later on. This dark side, I don't remember. I don't remember this dark side. Let's see. So, we'll talk about the Remind bosses in a bit. I believe this is... There's a lot of, I can't make out what these are. We'll get to them in a second. This guy right here was not actually super difficult. He is kind of challenging. He is actually challenging. He's not like complete BS, but he's not super difficult. You can actually, learn what he does and really just wail on him from there, if I recall. Is it Inferno? Is that what his name was? Was Inferno? And that's just like the easy... No, that's the hard version. Later on, you fight him again, but like, he's like a lot easier. Like, he's infinitely easier. For some reason. Like, he's not even much of a challenge when you refight him in Remind. The first time, he's definitely a lot more challenging. The second time, not so much. Oh yeah, this was, before, yeah, this isn't really much of a fight, if I recall. This is, yeah, that's not even much of a fight. That's more of a cutscene than, anything else, so that's not even really much of a fight at all. Heranor. Heranor wasn't super difficult, I think. Did you fight him? I'm trying to think. Yeah, you fought him at the Keyblade Graveyard. He wasn't really super tough, honestly, if I recall. He wasn't really that difficult. Did you fight him alone? No, right? You don't fight him alone, I don't think. No, you do fight him alone, I think. Oh, no, it's after, Semnis and, No, do you fight him alone? When do you fight him if final fights? I don't remember. I don't remember now. This fight absolutely sucked. This is probably one of the hardest final bosses out of all the final bosses. Because trying to deal with all of them at the same time on critical mode was a nightmare. And the fact that they powered up when more of them were defeated was awful. Basically, the idea that you want to do is get them all as low as you can. And then finish one off, and then finish the next one off. Because here's the thing. If you beat one, and you get a bunch of damage to the other two, and you die, you'll start at the, that phase, but they'll both be, fully healed. So if you kill two, and then you get to the last one, and you die to him, you'll start with the last one, but whatever damage you get to him is negated. He's back at full health. And it sucks. It's absolutely awful. Because if I recall, I think whenever you start the fight again, you always have to deal with the desperation move. All the time. And that desperation move was a pain and fun to deal with. It sucked. It was legit a frustrating fight. If I recall, these are, I don't know why there's so many of them. I really don't. They were semi-annoying. I don't know which ones are which, but they were semi-annoying. I don't recall fighting them in the main game. I really don't. I don't know why they're there 3 times. But, yeah, this is a big old group of them that you have to fight. A bunch of, like 13 different Xehanorts. I don't recall them being too difficult, but, you have to kill them quick. Otherwise, it will just basically wipe you, if I recall. Armored, Xehanort. When do you fight that? It's not the final fight. Is that the first part of the fight? It was like a 3-part fight, right? I'm trying to remember, how this fight went. How did this fight go? Let me think. Give me just a second. 1 second. I know the last couple fights, were awful. Like this fight in particular, where he has the moon. Definitely a difficult fight. Probably one of the harder final bosses. Honestly, I think he is the hardest final boss in the series. Like, the last boss in, Dream Drop Distance was tough. But it was manageable because Balloon, you could seize it super easily. You could seize him too, but it takes a little bit of skill to do. Ansem in the first game, easy. Semnis in the second game, kinda difficult. The last bosses in Birth by Sleep, not super tough, unless you're playing as Hera. And everything's a challenge. I don't remember fighting the other Xehanorts, though. Like, I don't remember fighting these two. So we get a remind, I don't remember this. Do you do this fight with, the armor? I think you do this fight with the armor. And if I recall, it wasn't really super difficult. Like, you do it with Hera's armor. And then you do the final fight again. Which, I don't know why they're 2 separate things. They really shouldn't be. They really shouldn't be. I don't know why they're 2 separate things. And then we do Semnis and Syax. This is the one where you have to, use either, hold on, let me look. Yeah, this is the one with, I don't remember this one. It's with Lei. It's with Lei, Sora. Or is it? I don't remember. I don't remember this one. Like, you've got Semnis early on? I don't remember this one. This one is not really any different. It's basically the same, if I recall. So, just gonna go up here with the other ones. Wherever they're at. Where are they at? Where you at? Why can I not find you? Hello? Where'd you go? Why are you hiding on me? Get up here. Okay, so I remember that being the same. Now the Sigmar and... Like, most of these fights are the same if you stick with Sora. Actually, I don't know if you can stick with Sora. I think you have to use one of the others, right? No, you can use Sora. But this is taking it from if you were using the other characters. So say you were doing this with Riku. This fight becomes a lot more difficult with Riku, I feel. Because you don't have, key forms. You don't have access to the key forms. And that's true for all of these. This one with Aqua is actually a lot easier because Aqua is broken. Like, Aqua is always broken. Always a forever broken Aqua. And then you have Syats, which is honestly a little bit harder to do with, Roxas than with, Sora, I feel. Because AI Roxas can handle the fight pretty easily, I feel. AI Sora kind of just gets rocked. And then we get to these fights. We have the final fight with, Xehanort, which honestly is a hard fight. I'm gonna give it to them. There's not really any BS gimmick to the fight. It's legit a difficult fight. It's also a long fight, too. Using KHIII was actually pretty fun, too. I kinda wish we were able to actually use KHIII more. Because she has an interesting playstyle. It's kinda like Aqua's, but not as refined. It's her own... It's Aqua, but it's her own fighting style. It's kinda Aqua plus Sora, which, I mean, makes sense. Because she's been around Sora so much, you know? And, you know, she was hot by Aqua, if I recall. Was she hot by Aqua? I think she was hot by Aqua. Or, at the very least, you know, she got her, Keyblade abilities from Aqua. Her ability to use Keyblade. Was it? Right? Is that how she, Right. No? Maybe? But yeah, all in all, I wish we got more playable KHIII. Maybe we will in the future. That would be great. I don't know if we're gonna get KHIII in the next Kingdom Hearts. To be honest, I honestly forgot there was gonna be another Kingdom Hearts, because I haven't heard anything about it. Has anyone heard anything about Kingdom Hearts 4? Like, we had trailers about it, but I have not heard a single thing about Kingdom Hearts 4. It's kind of been in the sagas. And now we get to the fun things. First things first, let's deal with this piece of garbage right here. This guy is the worst main story boss in the game. Dealing with this boss absolutely sucks. And it's one of the few times that I got super angry on stream. I had to mute myself. And it took me a full day to be able to figure out how to deal with this boss. And my method was to seize it with, a, shot lock. Like, I had to. I had no choice but to get a shot lock in order to beat this boss. And I had to get enough supplies to be able to abuse the shot lock. Because this boss, the hitbox on this guy is awful. Dealing with all the wolves around him was awful. Because they would just absorb all the hits and would redirect all your attacks to them. And then you have to deal with its DM, which also had a whole bunch of wolves. So you're trying to get to it and try to stop its DM. And if you don't stop the DM, you basically lose. The fact that it took me a full day. 2 separate streams. One stream was dedicated just to it. I think I came back later that day for like a 45-minute stream just for that boss. Just so I could kill him. That's how bad this boss was. No other boss in the series made me hate that long. No main story boss. Now, if you want to talk about someone who did take a full day, I mean Kingdom Hearts who gave battles some hours. Some of these guys took a few hours. Let's start with one who did not. So young Xehanort. What if I told you young Xehanort was the easiest one? He took me, I think, 15 minutes to beat. How? I don't know. He wasn't that hard. Like, he's very easy to figure out as long as you're able to dodge his counters. And you basically just counter spam him until he dies. And when he does Heim stop thing and try to reverse Heim, you counter spam him. And that's how you break his super armor. And then you just murder him. Like, he's honestly super easy. Considering I beat him in 15 minutes, that's tell you a lot. Now, the rest of them, not so much. Let's start with Semnis here. So, Semnis here is legit hard. He will set up 3 different barriers. If I recall, you want to, like, you want to use the little shot lock drive rush thing on the third barrier to hit him, to stop him before he starts doing his I'm gonna knock you into the barrier shenanigans. If you do that, that stops him from doing that, and you get some free hits on him. What makes him really hard is try to determine what he's gonna do in a combo string. You need to be able to guard at the right time and counter at the right time to get damage in. And that's super difficult. It's honestly really hard. So basically he's pay attention, block and counter at the right times, the boss. And then you have to deal with the laser gun, which is also a pain in the butt. And you also have to be able to counter and guard at the right time, and pay attention to the lights. If you see blue lights, you need to avoid it. Because if I recall, is it the blue lights or the red lights? I think it's red. One of them is unblockable, so you have to dodge out of the way. And if you dodge out of the way, you gotta make sure you're ready for Semnis. Now, once the laser dome is done, you gotta block all of the shots. Then it just goes back to regular Semnis fight. So honestly, he's a legit tough fight. There's not really any BS. The biggest BS is getting hit into a wall. And this is a problem with Kingdom Hearts 3, where if you get hit into a wall or off the ground, if you get hit afterwards, it doesn't count as part of the combo anymore, and if you're at 1 HP, it will kill you. Which is BS. That's a BS game mechanic. Where it's like, okay, I got hit off the wall and bounced off it, I guess it no longer counts as a combo, I guess I die. No, that's garbage. Now let's talk about Marluxia. Marluxia. I'm actually gonna put him here. If you understand how he works, he's actually very easy. If you don't understand how he works, he sucks. He sucks, he sucks, he sucks. But, understanding how he works, and no, some of these I did, look at a video about. I think Marluxia was one of them. The video, I forget who did, but they did a great job with it. It highlighted everyone's, weak points and when to do stuff, which came in clutch for, someone else, which I'll talk about here in a little bit. The biggest thing about Marluxia is he has a lot of unblockable setups. And it's very easy to get caught by the unblockables and just get wombo comboed. And if I recall, you have a hit counter again. So if it goes to 0, you just lose, no matter how much health you have. So you gotta watch out for that while also not outright dying, which, ugh. Let me tell you how hard that is. Now, he also has a move where he'll try to suck you into a black portal. There's 5 of them. You just need to dodge roll away from him. And if I recall, at one point he'll try to hit you. If you block that, you can counter hit him. And then you can continue the combo there. If I recall. I don't remember the strategy. At the very end though, the end is the biggest BS. Because he'll set up, he'll do a DM where he'll try to spin at you and you gotta dodge him. You cannot block him, you want to dodge him. And you'll have to countdown, go down rapidly. And at the very end, he will set up a, like a little, gazebo, and your countdown will go down like super fast to 0. If you don't hit him, if you don't kill him, if you don't hit him once before then, you lose. You have like a split second to deal with him. The fastest way of dealing with him is to shotlock, rush him, and then kill him from there. You have to do that, otherwise you're not going to have enough time to beat him. It sucks. The last bit of the fight is the absolute worst. And dealing with the gazebo DM earlier in the fight also sucks. Like, it's got such a huge hit range, and if you get locked inside, you're eating that hit. You're gonna lose a lot in your hit counter outright. Give me just a second. 1 second. So there's that fight. The freaking Benitez fight. So the thing about Benitez, he still does his BS of, I'm gonna teleport during you hitting me. So you gotta watch out for that constantly. He won't inflict freeze on you, and if he does that, you basically lose. Because you're just gonna get one for combo. And if I recall, it doesn't reset the combo counter. And he does freeze all the freaking time. And you can't protect against status effects in this game. There's no way of dealing with status effects. So it's quite frustrating, to say the least. It's very, very frustrating. And it's just like, oh, please! Please help me! Help me! Other than that, you have to deal with the Keyblade, right? Right, the Keyblade! It's a very aggravating DM to deal with. I'm trying to remember what else. Oh yeah, he does a lot of, he does like a lot of free hit moves that you gotta pay attention to. Because if you don't block and counter correctly, you're never gonna hit him. Like, ever. And if you see him do a little X-slash, you could probably drive shot lock rush to him and hit him. I think that's a free hit. But you still gotta watch out for the stupid teleports he loves to do. And speaking of teleports, Lartscene. You want to talk about someone who spams teleports and is annoying to hit? It's Lartscene. Trying to hit Lartscene is really, really annoying. And the fact is, there's like no good openings to ever hit her. Like, you have to pay super attention to where the openings are. And without the video, I would not have figured it out. Because they're so brief. They're very, very brief. And when she summons the clones, oh god, the clones. Please help me, the clones. The clones are gonna destroy you. And when she summons more of them, oh god, help me. Do you have Reflect? I don't think you have Reflect in this game, right? Right? But Lartscene, she just goes wild, and it's really, really hard to keep up with her. I don't know what the cheese method is. I think there is a cheese method, but, she's really, really annoying to deal with. Like, super annoying. Sigmar's not really difficult, honestly. In all honesty, Sigmar's one of the easier ones. The thing about Sigmar is he's tedious. Because a lot of the damage you're gonna do to him is... A lot of the fight is you just guarding. You're gonna be standing there and you're gonna be guarding a lot. And that's how you're gonna get your hits in. You're gonna be sitting there, you're gonna guard, you're gonna wait, you're gonna wait, you're gonna wait, and then you hit him. His DM kinda sucks. The DM is the worst part of the fight. Other than that, it's just tedious. Sigmar's not very difficult. Sigmar's pretty, tame compared to other ones. Now, Riku, on the other hand, Riku sucks. Honestly, Riku's one of the, harder fights, I feel. Not one of the hardest, but one of the harder ones, because the mines, dude, the mines are just, they give away all the time, and he has a reflect barrier that he can throw up. So, if you try to attack him all willy-nilly, he will try to, reflect you. And, you can hit the reflect barrier once. If you keep trying to attack more than once, you're gonna get hit by it. So, if you hit it once, dodge away, and you see the barrier break, you can keep hitting him afterwards. Otherwise, you gotta watch out for the barrier. The biggest problem with the fight is when his DM is kinda aggravating. It hates his DM from Kingdom Hearts 1, and it puts it on steroids. It's a lot of block at the right time, and then dodge and continue blocking. That's how you deal with the DM, and if you mess up once, you're probably gonna eat the rest of the DM. It's honestly really, really aggravating to deal with. And sometimes you're gonna eat part of the hit. Sometimes there's nothing you can do about it. And half that off, he likes to summon like little sound things underneath you, which is kinda really difficult to avoid, because I believe when he does that, he can still do other moves. Maybe I'm thinking of Ansem or Heranor. But yeah, he's really annoying, and you want to talk about someone who's more annoying than him? Let's talk about Heranor. Heranor is legit difficult, because he likes to constantly attack you. You really don't want to be caught blocking, because I don't think you can block him properly. You might be able to, but it's better to just not block him and just dodge away from him. When he does his little Omni Slash move, don't even try to block him. Just get away. Just dodge roll away. Don't let him get... Don't give him the satisfaction. Never give him the satisfaction. You never give him satisfaction. We don't want that one. Let's go up. We're gonna go... here. No, we're not gonna go here. We're gonna go... Let's do... We're gonna do that one. So, yeah. Aside from his little Omni Slash DM, his actual DM where he summons up a barrier, and you have to dodge the barriers, while also dodging, the Guardian's little shockwaves, as well as, there's something else you have to dodge in the DM, and it's very easy to get hit. Very easy to just, get wiped, because you can't really block them. You have to dodge roll from them. And if you're focusing on the little spiraling, light barriers, you might get hit by the Guardian's little shockwave. On top of that, he also tries to do a bunch of shadow ball things. You can block those, reflect them at him. You don't take damage from that. He also does a lot of things for Guardian, like, he tries to do a little, tremor move. He tries to do, like, a little, Sago move from, below you. I'm trying to remember, it's been a while, it's been a few years. I just remember him being pretty difficult. I'm trying to get through this because I am kinda I just want to be done with this. Oh god. So this fight right here is one of the worst, fights. Mostly because you have to do this in such a particular way. If you don't watch how you do this, or if you do it wrong, you're gonna be off, you're gonna be off, and nope, everything's just gonna fall apart. So I watched the video on this, and I followed it, and even with that, it's very difficult, because, when he does his DM, he will throw swords at you, and you want to, dodge through them. But it's very difficult to dodge through them when, you can't really see them. And the worst part is, when you get hit by him, it inflicts stun. So, you get stunned, and then you just die. You just die, and it's dumb. Like, why are there status effects in Kingdom Hearts? There does not need to be status effects at all. Like, ugh. And he's really fast, so you have to be on the ball and deal with him. You know, I'm curious if B2 actually fought these guys. Because I know B2 played Kingdom Hearts. I'm very curious. I'm very curious if she fought these guys. And if she did she beat them all? And if she beat them all, how long did it take her? It took me about 13 hours to beat all 13 bosses. Ah. The hilarity of that. 13 hours for 13 bosses. Now, Zatsudan. Zatsudan is not really super difficult. He can be semi-annoying. There is a way of dealing with him. The minigames are kinda aggravating. Like, compared to Kingdom Hearts 2 minigames with Zatsudan, the Kingdom Hearts 3 ones are kinda, eh. I don't understand them. Like, you gotta find his card, right? But sometimes when you do, it doesn't really do anything. So how does the minigame actually work? I don't get it. And some of the hitboxes on his hats are, wild, to say the least. They're kind of wild. But overall, Luxor wasn't super difficult, I feel. Now, you want someone who's difficult? These three right here are the most difficult fights. Let's start with, Sion. So Sion is difficult for a couple reasons. One, some of her, like, timing the hit block on her hits can be kinda tricky. Like, a lot of others you can time the hits, unless it's Sumnus. Sumnus is probably the hardest one to guard against, but she's also kinda hard to guard against. And if she hits you, I think it has to be the light pillar that hits you. Anything that's light based, your max HP is reduced for a set amount of time. So you can be set to 1 max HP for a while. And you know what that means? That means second chance and once more will not work, because you're technically at 1 HP. Her DM is not super difficult, if I recall. Is the one? No, that's Roxas's, isn't it? No, her actual DM, you actually have to fight her in, and for the DM where you have to fight her, and she has super armor. I think she gets super armor during it. That one is a dodge and counter type of scenario. So there's a lot of counter and dodge, or a dodge counter in this fight in particular. More so than Sumnus, I believe. It's about on par with young Xehanort. And you want to use the counter to break her super armor, because I believe 2 or 3 counters breaks her super armor. So the hardest thing about that, again, she's fast. It's semi-tricky to figure out when to guard. The light pillars will reduce her max HP. There was one other thing about her fight that made her super hard. Not as hard as the other 2. Now, you want a hard fight. Ansem here is hard. Ansem is legit a pretty difficult fight. Especially when he does his DM, when he summons the Dark Orbs. Because he is the boss where you get hit with like 1,000,000 status effects. And it's like, oh my god! Stop with the status effects, please! And at the final DM, it's very, very difficult to avoid stuff. And if you get hit by one of the Dark Orbs, you're just gonna get hit multiple times. And it's really, really frustrating, and I hate it. It's where I die the most. Now, dealing with the rest of Ansem, he has his charge move, which isn't really difficult. The hardest part is making sure you don't guard too early on the one that's delayed. And that's the one where if you block it, you can punish him for it. He will do his little barrier move. Just block it, it's not difficult. The hardest part to dodge is the little, Saga move from below on top of, his other hats. Like, he has a few, hats that are really, really hard to dodge. And if you don't dodge them, I don't remember if they inflict stun. He does a lot of damage. He's definitely the hardest Ansem in the series. I remember him taking me quite a while. Sayax took me a lot longer. I think Sayax took me the longest. And then you got, Xehanort. Xehanort is definitely up here. Xehanort is difficult. It's basically the final fight. It's an old case of, block and dodge. A lot of these final, game battles is block and dodge. But with him in particular, you have to be super careful. Because he has a lot of unblockables that you don't want to get hit by. Including with his melee and lasers during his DM, his first DM. His second DM, I don't remember, does he still does, I don't think he does the Heartless thing, right? Where it turns you into a Heartless? I don't remember. I don't remember if that's part of this fight. I don't think it is. If it is, that's dumb. But, yeah. There's also the part where he throws giant Beyblades at you. If they hit you, they like freeze. So if they hit you even once, you basically lose. And getting the timing for when to actually hit him is really difficult. It's really, really difficult. And if you die at any point, you have to redo the entire fight, and it sucks. It really, really sucks. And finally, the final one that we're gonna talk about is this guy. I forget his name. Yosa? What was his name? It was Wise something. I don't remember the name. But, probably the hardest super boss in the series, by far. He's kinda unfair in a way, because, there's a lot of instances where there's not a whole lot you can do about his stuff. His DMs, all of his DMs are, well, he has one DM. The one DM is kind of BS, not gonna lie. Because it lasts a million years, avoiding everything in it is stupidly hard. There's a lot of moments where you can actually hit him, but it's really, really hard to do, but you want to do it because, you want to keep on track with, hits on this guy. I definitely looked up a video for this fight. It took me 3 hours to do this fight. Because there's a lot of spots where, he's vulnerable. And you wouldn't know when fighting him. For example, when he does this little, pyramid move, there's one particular spot, second to last spot, I believe, where you'll see him in the pyramid, and I think the pyramid flashes, and if you use thunder on it, it will break it if into hit confirm. And there's a couple other moments where, like, he's trying to do, like, Gale Drain on you, and if you do it just right, you can soft lock drive rush him and hit him out of it. You'll lose a little bit of health and stuff, but you get a free combo on him. You never want to finish a full combo though, because if you finish a full combo on this guy, he will punish you for it. What else did he do? He also, at 50% life and less, I believe he changes his moveset, and he will start adding unblockables into it. So you gotta watch out for unblockables on top of a different moveset, which makes it even more annoying, because by the time you get there, if it's after his DM, you're probably out of resources. And here's the fun thing. With the Gale Drain, if he steals your Kupo coin, he can use that to revive himself at half the speed. So don't go into this fight with a Kupo coin. You're gonna get screwed. Like, outright screwed. Now, I'm trying to remember what else there was in this fight. Excuse me. I can't remember anything else for this fight. Honestly though, yeah, I still think Mysterious Figure might be harder than him, though. Like, he's hard in a different way from Mysterious Figure, but Mysterious Figure is just another stupidity in itself. Like, I would rather fight, not Noctis than fight Mysterious Figure ever again. That's how bad Mysterious Figure is. So that is all we're gonna be doing with Kingdom Hearts. I am gonna be done with this. We are done with Kingdom Hearts. No more, please. No more. I'm gonna end the music. No more music. Be gone, music! So this is where we're ending this Zatsudan. Holy crap, it took 6 hours to go through all of this. How did it take 6 hours for a Kingdom Hearts boss ranking? So as you can see, Hera Super Boss is awful. S-Rank, we got these guys. I forget your name, I am sorry. You were the last Super Boss I ever fought. And I hope that they, rethink how they do their Super Bosses. A-Rank only has one story, boss. And it's A+. And that's because of the stupidity. A has a few Super Bosses, but it also has some, regular bosses. B+, doesn't really have any Super Bosses. I guess it does, ouch, in the form of Gaia fights, and it has Julius. But honestly, compared to all the ones above them, they're still not, as dumb. There's a lot in B, though. A lot of them's in B. This is based on a critical mode, by the way. Not, proud, not default, not easy. Who plays on easy? But yeah, it's also, like, I think the most is in B. There's a lot in D, too, honestly. In C and D, there's a lot in. If the mouse would scroll down. I think there's a lot in, like, E, or a question mark, because I don't know. Either I don't remember them, or I never played the game. Which is a lot to say. Like, I don't remember these fights at all. I don't remember these fights. I never played that game. And I don't remember this guy at all. So that is the Kingdom Hearts bosses. I am going to call it there for today. My voice is dead. Holy crap. 2 hours each Zatsudan just for this. Well, if anything, I got 3 weeks worth of Zatsus out of the way. So I will catch you guys next time, whenever that may be. I wish I could play some, like, of my video clips. I don't know how to, show videos on OBS. I'm gonna learn that. I'm gonna learn that, and we can take a look at that next time. So, until next time, everyone, whenever that may be, who knows what'll happen next time. Until then. Yaparino, Yapanomic is done. Woo!